Welcome back to Pink Turtle Soaps. I feel like it has been absolutely forever since I've made a soap for you guys, and I'm excited to start this one, and I'll show you why. I also apologize if I sound a little bit different. I've been dealing with a head cold for about 3 or 4 days now, so my voice is a little bit scratchy, so I do apologize for that. For today, we are making a baby soap because we are expecting another little baby. We are so excited, and my 5-year-old's actually just over the moon about it. She's probably the most excited out of all of us. We have her, and then we also have a 3-year-old daughter. This will be our 3rd child. To celebrate the occasion, we're going to put little pink and blue embeds on top of the soap because right now we don't know if it's a boy or a girl. The day that this video comes out, I'll be just shy of 17 weeks. And we normally don't find out the gender until our 20-week anatomy scan. Once we find out the gender of the baby, I will post it on our Pink Turtle Soaps Instagram page. So be sure to go over there and follow us for that neat little update. Alright, so let's go ahead and start working on the soap. Our first step is to pour the lye water into our oils, blend them together, and that makes soap. Alright, so everything is nice and blended. We know that it's blended well enough when you don't see any oil streaks floating at the top. So my next step is to pour off half of my soap batch into a different container. So that's what I'm going to do now. Alright, so we have a little bit less than half. I didn't want to pour too much into this container and it overflow because I still have to add the fragrance and the colorant. So I need to leave room for that. So for our smaller container here, we're going to add Yellow Vibrance, which is from Nurture Soap. This is a really good colorant if you're looking for a true yellow. I really like this one. And then for our larger container, I'm adding Lemon Chiffon. This is what the colorant looks like, and that's what the soap looks like after it saponifies. But while you're making soap, this turns a really like pumpkin orange. I've used it a couple of times, and it always happens. I use this in the Daydream soap. I'll leave a link in the upper right hand corner so you can watch that. It is just funny how some colorants will change color when the soap is raw, but then after the soap hardens it goes back to the original color. I'm going to go ahead and give these a really quick blend with the stick blender. Alrighty, so those are nice and blended in. So now I'm going to add our fragrance oil. The fragrance that I chose for this is a Burt's Bee duplication. And it's supposed to smell like their Buttermilk baby lotion. It definitely smells appropriate for babies in my opinion. There's a little bit of, I don't know, I'm picking up a honey fragrance, but I don't know if there's a honey note in this or not. I'll leave all the fragrance notes on the screen for you to read. I wanted something more neutral. I didn't want something very strong, but this one, it does have a little bit of a baby powder note to it. And I'm not sure what in the fragrance might be contributing to that, but there's also a little bit of fruitiness to it as well. This color here is going to stay mostly the color that it is now. It doesn't really fade much. But this orange color here is going to be a very lovely light yellow. And I think having the 2 different shades of yellow will contrast beautifully. I wanted to go for a more neutral baby soap, especially since we don't know if this baby is a little boy or a little girl. It'll probably be after the new year before we find out, but I'm kind of feeling like it's a little boy. We have 2 girls already, and I'm thinking this one's going to be a little boy. My husband says it's another girl. He swears up and down it's another girl. Alright, so both of these are nice and mixed in. So I'm going to grab our molds and we'll go ahead and start pouring. Alright, so I have my molds and I'm going to start by pouring from the larger container, which is the light yellow. Pour a little bit of that in there. So, referring back to my little break that I took, I really appreciate you guys being so patient with me. I hate that I didn't have a video for you guys to watch for 2 whole weeks. But honestly, it was because I fell a little bit behind. I did a couple craft shows here locally, and I had never done a craft show before. So I wasn't really prepared, you know, how much actually goes into doing craft shows. Luckily, my mother-in-law helped me out with both of them. But it was a lot. It took a lot of prepping and a lot of packing and traveling. So I fell behind with my soap making schedule. And once I finally got back into my office, it was an absolute wreck. So I had to spend like another week cleaning up my office before I could even make another batch of soap. So I cleaned up my office, had to move some things around, which is why you guys are at a different camera angle. I had to move my work table around. But anyways, by the time that I actually got to making more soap, I really just wanted to focus on the soap making. Didn't really take the time to set up the camera. I didn't really have time to edit a video, to be honest. So even if I did record it, I wouldn't have had time to edit it. But anyways, that's why I took a couple of weeks off. And I really appreciate you guys being so patient with me and hanging out until this new video came out. But I knew it would be an exciting one because it's a baby soap. Alright, so as you can see, I'm just alternating between these two colors, so I'll go ahead and speed up the process for you. Alright, so now all the embeds are in. I went ahead and sped up the process for you guys because it did take quite a while. You may have noticed that I was off on my embed count because I have soaps that either only have one embed on them or don't have any embeds at all. But that's not an issue. I'll either keep those for myself or gift them out to somebody. But all the embeds are in. I think they look adorable. And I really think that this whole soap will come together once that lemon chiffon color turns that really, really light yellow. And I really think that it'll tie together and look absolutely great. I did make a last minute decision to add some shimmer to it. So I'm going to spray this silver mica on the top, just to add a little bit of shimmer. It's really not even that noticeable in person. It just gives the whole top just a little bit of a shimmery effect. Now there's shimmers everywhere. Alright, so I'm going to spray this with rubbing alcohol to help seal everything in and to help prevent soda ash. And we should be able to come back in about 24 hours to cut it up and check out the inside. Here I am with another voiceover. My neighbors had construction going on in their backyard. My camera picked it up way too much. But there you can see those two yellows didn't really contrast like I was expecting them to. It still doesn't look bad. I mean, you can just notice the difference between the two. And it may be that after the cure time, those two shades are a little bit more distinctive. But, I mean, it's still a really cute design either way. It's a cute baby soap. And those embeds, I think, are perfect just for, you know, just adding a little bit of color on the top. And you may be able to notice the shimmeriness on those embeds, and that's because I sprayed it down with that silver mica there at the last minute, which I'm really happy that I made that decision. I think that it makes the embeds stand out a little bit more. We're also going to ignore the fact that I'm in pajama pants. That's the thing about working from home is your uniform can be pajamas, especially when you're pregnant
and nothing's comfortable anymore. So you may see me in pajamas in many, many more videos to come. I also want to hear from you guys. Leave me a comment down below whether you think this little baby is going to be a boy or a girl. My bet is that it's a boy. We already have 2 girls, so a boy would be nice, but of course another little girl is just as nice too. If you follow us on Instagram, that is where I will update. I'll post photos of the soap after it cures, and I'll also announce whether our baby is a boy or a girl there. So be sure to follow us there at pinkturtlesoaps. And I'll also have a Facebook group, so if you have a Facebook, feel free to hop over there and join the group. That's a quick and easy way to contact me. I'm always interacting with you guys there. Alright, so I'm going to speed up the rest of this clip so we can check out what the rest of this soap loaf looks like. If you'd like to grab yourself a bar, this soap will be available January 17th at 8 a.m. at pinkturtlesoaps.com. Because of my 2-week break, this soap will be released in the middle of the month, but normally all of my soap collections are released on the first day of each month. Be sure to subscribe to the channel and click the little bell icon, and that will notify you every time I upload a new video, and that's every single Wednesday. Thank you so much for watching my little baby soap video, and I'll see you next week.